All right, we are ready for our weekly update. Today is September 11th, and welcome to our regular live update on how things are going. And we usually start by acknowledging the land as a reminder for us to reconnect to life, the universe, and everything. When we start by acknowledging the land, we are acknowledging our connection to all living things. We're recognizing our interdependence and acknowledging the fact that we only exist as a species on this planet because nature, in all of its crazy innovation, has caused us to exist. And everything that we do, everything that we experience, everything that we use comes from the land and ultimately returns to the land. And we are better when we recognize that connection and work with it rather than live in the delusion that we somehow are separate from nature and all of life. And in recognizing that, we also recognize our obligation and debt of gratitude to the indigenous cultures of the world who have kept that knowledge alive at great expense to themselves, resisting forces that have tried to deny this reality, and are still generous enough that they are willing to share this wisdom with us. And in sharing that with us, it gives us the obligation to actually transform our lives in such a way that we live according to it. And so with that, I tip my cap to all indigenous cultures, but especially to the WSÁNEĆ, who are my neighbors here, on whose territory, traditional and unceded territory, I live, work, and play, and do the best I can to learn to reintegrate myself with this landscape, my newly adopted home. And so with a specific nod to the WSÁNEĆ and their cultures and traditions, and to all of the indigenous people who have kept this knowledge alive for us. So with that, I will move into our check-in question. We always like to start taking a look at the big picture, and it gives each of us a chance to reconnect with what it is we think we're doing. And I actually want to rephrase the question today. I want it to be, what are you most excited about with the Lifeboat Academy? And the circle as I see it today is Jen, Ronnie, Roland, me. So Jen, over to you. What are you most excited about for the Lifeboat Academy?
Thanks, Ben. I think what I'm most excited about is the network that we're building, the Lifeboat Network, and all the interest that it's been generating. People want to be builders and switchboard operators and mentors, and just really embracing the whole idea of reclaiming the commons and our common humanity and the shared resources, wanting to be a part of it. So I'm really excited about that.
Over to me. I'm similarly feeling really excited about the different communities that we're connecting with right now. The Regenerate Cascadia scaffolding team and all the folks involved with that project, and Earth Regenerators, communities that are really open to receiving support from the Lifeboat Academy and learning about the tools that we use for collective collaboration. It feels like we're really at the point where we've been walking our talk and using the tools in a very ongoing daily way, and now we're having opportunities to share those out with the world. So hopefully that will have a ripple effect, but it's very exciting. Over to Roland.
I think today I am most grateful to the example of resilience that is the Lifeboat Academy, because resilience in the sense of not just the number of carrots that you can grow to eat, but also about how to deal with a changing landscape, a changing social landscape and a changing personal landscape. And I'm grateful to be embedded in this system in this community to help me learn, which is a continuous thing, how to do that. Over to Ben.
Yeah, I have a big ditto with Ronnie and Roland and with Jen too. And I think it's the gratitude of being able to offer supports that feel like they are useful, that people are interested in, and hungry for, and feeling like we have something that we can contribute. Feeling like we are part of something that's much, much bigger than us. And there's lots of people who are doing lots of really cool things, and we still have a part to play. And, that we can kind of bring our contribution to the stone soup. And yeah, that it's being welcomed and received feels really gratifying. So that's a little bit of what we're excited about. But we can go into some particulars about what's been going on recently. So with just to let, if this is the first time that you're encountering the Lifeboat Academy and what we think of when we're talking about lifeboats, our goal is to become a model of resilience and regeneration at the person, place, and community level. And by model, we mean we want to try to figure out how we can create a template that other people can follow. If you are looking to figure out how you can grow your own local resilience network. And that's what a lifeboat is to us. It is simply a place-based, person-centered resilience network where you are leaning into the relationships that already exist in your life to figure out how you can work together better to survive and thrive in whatever is coming down the pike. And ultimately, we know we are stronger when we stay connected. So how do we help each other work on the ground in local communities and then stay connected globally and bioregionally so we can share moral support, resources, lessons learned, and not just be generally there for each other as we move forward. So with the big update, I'll pass it over to Roland.
A really great big thank you both to Co-Housing BC and also to Stephanie, who granted us an extension for final subject of removal, which was supposed to be August 31st, but it's been extended to October 31st. More on that later. And also we received an extension. The closing date for the purchase was originally November 31st, and it's been extended to January 8th. There's a lot that's been going on, as for anyone who's been following along and anyone who will see what we will be presenting today. There's a lot that's been going on and a lot that's still in the works. So a thank you to everyone involved, and over to, I believe, Ronnie.
Yeah, so just an update on how our current outreach is going. We are in the process of planning and scheduling info sessions that will hopefully be hosted by various partners that we've been working with. Some of them being Coho or Co-Housing BC, Green Muse Herbs in Victoria, BC, Pocket Knife Farm in Surrey, BC, and Earth Regenerators, who are a global organization. And these are info sessions that will be the place for folks to come learn about the Lifeboat Academy, both the work that we do online and building the network, and also to attract people to the project building the first campus at Spalding Valley Farm, and how to invest and be part of the work that we're doing on the ground. So keep an eye out for announcements about those info sessions in the next few weeks. We've had ongoing conversations with fellow farmers and investors, and in some cases there's an overlap of a potential fellow farmer who also is able to invest, which is really exciting. So the interest keeps coming, and the relationships are developing. So that's going really well as well. And we're just beginning what we're calling outreach phase 2. So in August, we did a whole whack of emails and social media posts with graphics and lots of info about all the different opportunities that we offer at the Lifeboat Academy. And we're about to start phase 2 of that outreach. So the same materials, some tweaks here and there, sent out to some broader networks in a more ongoing way. So look for more materials and more info coming your way soon. And we're also about to schedule office hours, which are a time that you can sign up to ask questions and get more information, or even work through issues you're having around anything Lifeboat Academy. So it could be around building your own lifeboat and doing community organizing work. It could be around helping us secure the property here, learning more about investing and different ways to get involved. So that'll be an ongoing opportunity for you to get your questions answered. And we love, love, love your questions. So please, please take advantage of the office hours for sure. I think that's it. Over to Ben.
Yeah, so as we've been hinting at, we've been really developing the relationships and the partnerships and all of this. And we're also, as we're doing it, we're refining and refining our understanding of what the Lifeboat Network could be, how it could work, and how it fits with the different projects that we're working on. We have a really main focus right now on the Regenerate Cascadia project, which is a collaboration between the Design School for Earth Regeneration and the Cascadia Department of the Bioregion, and is a really fantastic project, bringing together what we would call lifeboat builders all around Cascadia for the activation tour. And basically, we are there to offer some basically sort of project management and organizing support around gathering together all of these different tour stops. As part of that, we'll also be refining our help desk entries so that we'll be making the how-to stuff work better, and so that it's more easily accessible. And like Ronnie said, we're also scheduling office hours, which allow are really meant to be a number of different times throughout the week where you can just drop in if you have questions about anything, and really trying to make it easier for people to get their questions answered and to find the support that they need. And we're also planning for our stop on the activation tour, which we think will be October 25th. It'll be right around there. It may change a couple days either way. But then starting to plan what events we're going to be doing here on Pender as a way of connecting our local community into the Regenerate Cascadia project. And I think that's pretty much it for the network. And I'm going to hand it over to Jen to talk a little bit more about how some of the materials and outreach materials that we've been developing. Over to you, Jen.
Yes. Okay. So we're going into the second podcast recording session this week with Andy Wildman, and he's been really eating up all of the information on how to build his own lifeboat. Ronnie and Ben have been taking him through the steps and going through everything that he needs to know. And so he's documenting it all so that you get to see what actually happens and how it's all done. So that's very exciting. So we'll be doing the second segment of that this week. And we're also nearing the final version of the property map. So we can't wait to share this with you, because this will give you a full vision of what the property here at Spalding Valley Farm is going to be looking like. It's pretty exciting. I won't say too much of that right now, but we'll share that once it's available and take you through what it all is going to look like. And then we also are in the process of setting up a meeting with David so we can finalize our website and make it much easier for you to access all the information, all the different offerings, making it much easier for you to find what you need. In the meantime, you can always ask us questions, come in for the office hours, or put your comments and questions down below this video on YouTube, and we will make sure that we answer them.
Thank you. So the plan for this week then is we've really done a lot of heavy lifting over the last week, and especially over the last 3 or 4 days prior to the weekend, about getting our fall plan in order. Right now, we've got lots and lots of moving parts, and so it's a matter of fitting the gears together and then bringing the Stewardship Council together to offer their insight and help us refine and finalize that plan as an agreement. A lot of it, as I said, is scheduling, figuring out how info sessions and office hours work with the Regenerate Cascadia events and other events that we're involved in, and really just kind of getting those pieces and parts to fit. And as Ronnie mentioned, also figuring out how we can continue to have a sort of a slow and steady drip of information to people when they need it, as they need it to get the word out about what we're doing, and to let people know ways that they can get involved. And as part of that, we're feeling pretty good about the back end system that we have in place, our customer relationship management software. That's looking really good, and we're fine-tuning it so that we can respond more nimbly as people are coming in with interest and or questions. And we do love your questions, because every question that you ask us helps us answer it for other people. And that's pretty much what we're going to be working on, is getting that meeting scheduled with the Stewardship Council, and dotting our I's, crossing our T's, and then getting to work to make the plan happen. So that's our update for this week. And you'll be hearing very soon about office hours. So if you have any questions about the update, we'll be posting this to our YouTube channel and putting links around to social media. And if you have any questions, soon will be a time for you to drop in and ask somebody live. And in the meantime, you can always email us. You can check out the landing page at lifeboat.academy, which will soon be our website. And you can also follow us on any of the social media. Just look for Lifeboat Academy. That, I think, is that. What I'm going to do at this point is just wrap once back around the circle. So Jen, Ronnie, Rowan, and me, to see if there's anything that you want to any last little bit you want to put in, and then we will switch over to Q&A, and we'll answer some of the questions that have come in this week for updates there. So once more around the circle, anything to add to the updates? Jen, over to you.
Just wanting to thank everyone for tuning into this. We see that you're watching and commenting. We really appreciate that. And know that you can also subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can continue to receive these weekly updates on YouTube. Over to the next person.
I second that, Jen. Great idea, great suggestions, and I have nothing else to add. Over to Roland.
Have a great week, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.